forward and rolling the ball up and down the fingers. Hey, Bill. And into the palm. And then into the pads of the pinky and the thumb. And down to the wrists. And up to the knuckles and across. And let's keep the ball in the palms, interlace the fingers and squeeze. And release. And squeeze. Release. And squeeze. Release, and we'll go around the back. Switch. 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 Hinge at the waist, go through the legs. Switch. 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 And putting the ball on the floor. That's just how the feet feel. Step on the ball right in the middle of the foot and press down 3 times. Up to the knuckles, press down once on each going across. Roll across the knuckles. Bring the ball to the top of the heel, pivot on the toes, and roll across the top of the heel. Place it just below the first knuckle and press. At the side of the top of the heel, inside and press. And in the middle of the 5th metatarsal, press. Roll down each of the bones from the knuckle to the heel. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release, reassess. And then step on the ball with the other foot. Pressing down 3 times in the middle. On each knuckle. Roll across the knuckles. Roll across the top of the heel. Press down below the first knuckle. At the side of the top of the heel. Middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down each of the bones. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release, get the ball out of the way. And reassess, of course, reassess. And then shake the tree. 3, 2, 1, and center. Twist at the waist, swing the arms. And center. I'm going to do Michael Wynn's energy grounding exercise. So we're going to move the hands up and down in front of the spine. Shifting weight from left to right. Back again. Coming up on your toes as you release the weight. And then back on your heels as you go in that direction. Hands expand. And 3, 2, 1. Let's take some steps forward. And then let's go elbow towards the opposite knee. And then slap the opposite heel in front of you. And then take a cross step with a twist and a punch. And then let's just walk or march or jog. So we're going to do isometrics today. We're going to have, we'll have a stationary squat, not the rapid squats. I think I'm going to do squats to get the heart rate going. You can continue doing what you're doing or anything else, as long as it's safe. We've got 5 Tibetans in the after class. And going to get going in 5. I think I'll sprint. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And 20. And 30. Take 2 deep breaths. And interlace the fingers. Raise the hands up overhead. Come up on your toes if you can. Stretch. Come on back down if you're up, and bend back if you can. Come forward, bend to one side. And then the other. Come on forward, drop the hands to the chest, and press out. Come on down, interlace the fingers behind the back and raise them up. And drop them down and shrug. And you're late. Roll shoulders back. And forward. Swim. Do a backstroke. And a breaststroke. Bring one arm across the body, press in at or above the elbow. And then the other. First arm behind the back, press down and in. And then the other. Grab both elbows, rock side to side. Extend one arm, fingers up, pull back. And fingers down, pull back. Lock the wrist, wiggle the fingers, make a fist. Other hand, fingers up. And down. And flopped. Come on down and rotate the head and neck. And go the other way. Nod. And go ear to shoulder. Come to the middle, bring your hand over, cup the other ear, look up as you tug gently. And then drop your chin to your collarbone. and look down. Same thing the other way. Looking up and looking down. Back to center, tuck in the chin and peck. Like a pigeon. And let's grab a stick. Put the stick inside one arch, bring the other leg out, bend that leg and stretch the inner thigh. And then do the same thing the other way. Come on up. Bring the stick out in front of one leg. Drop the stick to the shoulder blade. Come on down. And lift the sole of that foot off the ground. Wiggle it back and forth if you can. And come on up and press that foot against the stick to stretch the calf muscle. And come on back down. We'll do the same thing the other way. Hamstring first. And come on up and press the sole against the stick. Three, two, one. All right, let's bring the stick behind us. We're going to do Dr. Lee's dynamic stick routine. Twisting. And then if you want, bringing some steps into it. Nice and slow. And then bring the stick up overhead, go side to side. And then below the waist, side to side. And then to one side, front and back. And then the other. And bring it out front and paddle the kayak. Reverse directions. Bring it to your shoulders, flop the wrists. Bring it down below the waist and back to the shoulders. And then back up overhead and below. Stop at the shoulders, reverse the position of the hands so the palms are facing in, and flop the wrists. Bring it down. And up and down. And then stop at the shoulders, bring it behind again. And do alternating step ups. And then some hip rotations, only go as high as feels safe. Bring the stick down to the side. So we get behind you. And then in the other hand, other side. And then we'll bring it to the middle. Hold on with two hands or one, or a finger or two, step back. Come up on your toes and hold for the count of 15. Two, one, and then back on your heels for 15. And down. All right, we're going to do isometrics. Grab yourself a strap or a cloth or a belt, or what do I got here? Piece of cloth. For some exercises later, keep it nearby. But we're going to start with some neck presses. So you want to make two fists. Put your tongue on the roof of the mouth, fists underneath your chin, press down. And release. And do a low squat. Now, you can do this holding onto a chair, or you can also do it by just going in front of the chair if you're afraid of falling and not quite sitting. You can go with two hands behind or one hand on the side. Just go as low as possible, even if it's just to here. But you want to get down. Tight today. And we're going to hold another 20, 19, 18. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up. Going to do some leg extensions. You can do them in the chair by sitting down, crossing one ankle over the other, and pressing down as you bring the other foot up. Or you can do it on the floor, same way. Chair out of the way. Lying on your back, one ankle in front of the other. Press down as you move the foot up. And then press. Resist the upper leg as you're coming back down. And then switch the position. Other foot's on top. Do the same thing, either in a chair or on the ground. And coming down. And then let's turn around on all fours. Arms are under the shoulders. We're just going to lift our knees off the ground slightly, or on our toes, and hold for 15, 14, 13, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll get up. Let's take that piece of cloth or band or strap or belt, towel or whatever you've got. Both palms are facing in, hands are together below the waist. We're going to start moving that side to side and up, pulling in either direction as we move it up. Let's go over the head. And then back down. Then go over to the left hip. Take your right hand and reverse it so the palm is facing up, and pull towards your right shoulder as you're pulling down with the left hand. And pull down with your left hand as you resist with your right, back towards the left hip. And then go over to your right hip, reverse the position of the hands, and pull up towards your left shoulder. And back down. All right, you can put that cloth down, or belt, or whatever you had. Prayer position, press in. And 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the biceps pop. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then finally, we're going to stand on one leg. You might want to hold on to a chair, either with both hands behind or a counter, or be next to a wall. Let's go up on one leg and hold for 20. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, other leg. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. We can get the chair out of the way. We're gonna do basic diaphragmatic breaths again today. And I'll review that one more time. Basically, you want to breathe through your nose, make the belly expand, and then have the air come up into the rib cage. Feel the ribs come out to the side and the air come up to through your rib cage to your collarbone, and then exhale either through the nose or through the mouth. And as you do, your abdominals are coming back in. You're really working that diaphragm. Well, it could be argued the most important muscle in the body, the breathing muscle. So we're going to do 10 rounds. In through the nose. Rub those hands together. You cultivate chi and form a chi ball. And center. 2 breaths. And let us open our hearts. Exhaling on the way out. Inhaling as we come back in. On our toes on the way out. Back on our heels on the way in. And we're going to pause on this inhale and then exhale to send it out. And center. 2 breaths. And bring down heavenly chi. And then go down and scoop it up. And namaste.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, Mira, you're welcome. Joy. New
Thanks,
York.
Tom. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Tom. Very nice.
All right, Richard, take care. Oh, there's Yoel. Holy smokes. Welcome. Great to see you. And Shimon, welcome back. Gonna do the 5 Tibetans for anybody who's hanging around.
Thanks, Tom.
All right,
See ya.
Phil. Take care. Going to, I'll leave the camera there. Remind you that you can twist at the waist and swing the arms up to 11 times or do a spin. And when you're done, 2 deep breaths. We're going to get on the floor. I'm going to move the camera. And we're on our backs. Hands are by the side. In the modified version, the soles of the feet are on the floor. You can also put your hands behind your lower back if you have back issues, or on the skull if you have neck issues. And what we do is come up with the head, neck, and shoulders at the same time that we lift the heels off the floor. That's modified position. If you're doing a regular lift, you extend the legs and lift them up. And come right back down. I'm going to do 6 modified, 5 regular. 1, 2, but do whatever works for you. Stick with the modified, or the regular ones, if that's more appealing. 6. Now I'm going to regular. 7, 8. And 11. When you're done, take 2 deep breaths. And we're going to come up on our knee. Hands are behind the thighs or on the glutes. If you have back issues, just rock back on your knees and come forward. But if you can do back extensions, come back and forward. 11 times. And when you're done, 2 breaths. And we're going to sit down. Hands are normally by the hips, but if you need to put them behind your back, delivered, go right ahead. Soles of the feet can be on the floor for a modified version. We're going to do an inverted table. Regular version, the legs are extended. That's how I'm going to do it. Whatever works best for you. Come on. Up to 11. And when you're done, deep breath. We're going to turn around, all fours. In the modified version, we go from tabletop to cobra. In the unmodified, from down dog to up dog. I'll do 6 modified and 5 regulars again. Whatever works for you. 1. And then when we're done, we're going to sit with our legs crossed, however feels most comfortable. And we're going to rotate 6 times in one direction, 5 in the other, either sitting up or bending down. That's 1. And that's 6. And then we're going to go 5 times in the other direction. And on the last round, we're going to stretch out and do around the box, breathing in front, to the left, and to the right. There we go, stretching out. Count to 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, and 4 hold. Over to the left knee, same thing, 4, 4, 4, 4. And then over the right. Coming up, let's switch the position of the legs. If you had one in front of the other, move it behind. If one was on top of the other, move it below. We'll do 5 times this time in the original direction, then 6 in the reverse, stretch out and do another round of box breathing. And stretching out. 4 in. Left knee. And right. Bit of a crampy here. And coming up. Stop now. Thank you. And I'll see you all tomorrow.